time on the Adventures of Gaia. Waking up in an abandoned hospital in the flooded city, Pryo found himself without memories, but accompanied by a mechanical bat and a strange warrior named Danus. They wandered their way to the next land. During the ferry ride, after warnings of bandits, they agreed to guard Christophia, a prior of Gaia, and 2 refugees. And although they were able to protect the party from monsters, the bandits ambushed and killed the innocent Christophia. After her body was mysteriously absorbed by Gaia, the heroes began tracking the bandits with thoughts of righteous justice.
Pryo, Danus, you've been walking for some time in this orange, strange land. The dark orange sun has now crested and is beating down on you. Sweat trickles down both your foreheads. Your Gaia suit attenuates a bit to make some wind go through. Pryo, you've been out in front, tracking, not probably saying too much. Danus, you're walking behind him, getting now accustomed to your quiet travel companion. He hasn't let up for hours. You're hot, you're tired, you're thirsty. You look in front and all you see is this orange, rock-filled desert and the heat waves that go up that start to distort his 6-foot form. And suddenly it starts to waver, and it seems to almost shrink about 5 inches and sort of becomes thinner. It's a form you're familiar with. It turns. Hurry up, Danus! You're always lagging behind. Pay attention, or you're liable to get shot the first time you... He turns and looks at you. He squints his eyes. His black, multifaceted insect eyes look through yours. You think to yourself as he stares at you, I'm happy I got my mom's looks. Dad's got strange eyes. Danus! If you're going to be an angel of a Theon, you need to know this. Now show me where these tracks have disappeared. Suddenly you snap to as you start looking for them, and you see Pryo's kneeled over in front of you, looking for tracks. You almost trip over him.
Whoa. Oh, sorry about that. I was focused on walking, kind of got carried away.
They went through this way.
All right. Well, let's show them they made bad choices.
All right. Pryo stands up, the 2 kukris on his belly, and Batty, I'm sure, is flying around trying to find these bandits. Has Batty been able to paint these targets for me?
He lost them earlier when last we saw you, after the prioress was murdered. They took off quite quickly in their speeders, taunting you. So Batty knew what direction they were going in, but lost them visually. You've been picking up, however, speeder trails in the rocks where they've accelerated, and it's just the hover tech has kicked up the rocks here and there.
Do I have a constant line of travel for them?
You lose it every so often. You pick it up. You do think it's going straight out to the net. You see the Gaia door ahead of you, where the Gaia dome comes down to level off with the land, and you see the pixelation that always occurs when you're coming up to a new land, and you see the crystal on the wall.
Is it locked? Is it green or red or black?
It is green.
Green means go.
Oddly, although something inside you feel that there shouldn't be enough space. Somehow the wagon, the speeder, that size of speeder shouldn't be able to get through, yet the door is large enough here. Some old memory echoes in the back chambers of your mind.
Does it look like this has been retrofitted, or just looks like original Gaia construction, or?
It looks like original Gaia construction, or at least as you come up to it, Batty has landed on a rock close to, still able to look behind you, but is waiting for you to catch up to the door. And it looks like there's been nothing particularly done to it. Nothing's been retrofitted or altered to your knowledge.
Okay. Pryo stands up and he says, "Green means go," and he jogs over to where Batty is.
Do I have any water on me?
You have about 3 little crystals. They're like little square cubes. You put them in your mouth and they slowly dissolve and you get water. You rehydrate quite quickly with those.
Oh, okay. I'll pop one in each cheek and kind of put some sweat into it as I hustle behind him.
Okay. You shake the strange memory of your father out of your mind and kind of sneer a bit. He's even telling you what to do now. And you come up to the Gaia door where Pryo already is. His little metal bat that you've become accustomed to now squeaks and looks down at you. Okay, Batty flies down, nuzzles up into your neck.
Okay, Pryo scritches him as he checks the door. Do I see any traps?
Detective?
Mm-hmm. Critical success.
Fabulous. You look through. You see at one point someone had been trying to do something, MacGyver something there, but you don't detect anything successful. Looks more like brute force that failed.
Okay, he draws a kukri and he kind of lifts up the wire, looks at it, and kind of shakes his head and drops it. Reshakes the kukri. He looks to the shooter, points to his side of the door.
I'll kind of go to that side and prep and ready myself. I'll pull out my SMG. You
put your hand out. You just think of the weapon, and the nanotech suit constructs it into your hand. It wraps around your finger, and it's almost like a caress of something you know well.
Pryo boom opens the door and phases right after.
Okay. The door slides open, and you get a blast of cooler wind than what you're standing in. Hits your faces, or blows through you, in the case, Pryo. Hits your face, Danus.
Okay, Pryo walks just right through the middle.
Okay.
Not hiding, not doing anything, just like do.
Okay, you walk in. You come right into high walls, very similar to the land you were just in, a deep, more red and green flecks throughout the rock, but it's quite steep. You've walked right in and you look up. It's a good 50, 80 feet tall above you. You see that ahead it kind of wraps in and out. There's some tall piled rocks. Very much sort of a coulee.
Interesting. So there's really only one way to go.
Yep. You see, when you look up, there are some round holes here and there. Small, from this size up to 20 feet wide. Kind of a Swiss cheese effect in the rock.
Oh, great. I wonder what made those.
The blessings of Gaia.
Ah, yes, the blessings of Gaia. Something to eat, probably, hopefully for us. Okay, Pryo will walk out 20 meters, maybe 20 big paces, and stop to see if anyone's going to take a pot shot at him.
+1. You look around, waiting. The wind, very slow, goes through the coulees. You wait for a bit, a few breaths, nothing seems to happen.
Okay, he reconstitutes and kind of motions behind him.
Okay, Danus, you step through. The door closes behind you. Whoop, whoop.
Is it a big, is it like the swivel oval door, or is it?
It's a speeder wagon door, so the larger variety that closes like an iris, sort of.
Okay, and it's 5 meters in diameter?
Yes. And you've walked, although the coulees definitely only give you one direction to go in, it's quite a wide alleyway. About It narrows and widens depending where you're walking through, and there are these columns that cut it off, so it almost branches because of these columns that raise up here and there.
Okay, I go.
Okay, Batty heads off. He has to stay lower in some spots because the coulees rise quite high.
Sure.
To be able to stay in touch with you.
Sure, that's fine.
All right. He sees some biomatter here and there fluorescing, as you expected, out of those large holes. But he hasn't seen anything quite of yet. He does see some heat signatures off. His vision goes to... How far is the distance?
It's telescopic for a kilometer, so he could see much further than that.
Okay. Except for the physical obstructions here and there.
Of course, yeah.
He does see heat signatures up ahead.
What kind?
Random. There is quite a bright one just at the end of his vision.
Do I think it could be a speeder, or...?
It definitely could be. It's that hot.
So they're about 2 clicks out then?
Give or take a click. They seem to have slowed. They're not traveling, if this is indeed the speeder you're chasing, it's not traveling quite as quick as you would expect. Probably because of the coulees. You can't just blast through them at full speed like they were doing on a flat open plain.
Okay. Pryo says over his shoulder, a click or two ahead. He starts jogging.
Whoa, okay. I switch out my to my sniper rifle and I pick up the pace.
Okay, you start jogging. What's your movement, Danus?
Oh, a lot less, I'm guessing. Let me double check. It is, I think it's 40, I want to say 43. It is 43. Wow. Right on par.
Awesome. Okay, you both start running. Pryo is getting a bit ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't run full flat out again because of the coulees. You start maneuvering around. You run for a bit, you start to tire. But Pryo, up ahead through Batty's vision, you do see the speeder, the outline of it. You see the occupants are taking pot shots at random things and up at the holes.
Okay, mark those targets.
That's
What do I
Batty's
got?
affirmative. There's this one speeder that seems to have 3 occupants. One has a sniper rifle, and then 2, one's driving, and then there's another one in there. You assume they have guns, given the fire you're hearing.
Okay, so does Pryo recognize the make a speeder?
Nope.
So it's some custom job.
As much as you can tell, yeah.
It's a 4-seater,
Yes.
and I had one sniper.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty good shot because he shot over a kilometer away. And who else?
There's a driver, and then another occupant that you're guessing has an SMG,
So
given
one-
the muzzle fire and what Batty's seeing.
And the driver's carrying a what?
No, you don't see the driver carrying anything right now.
Really? So no weapon that Batty can see through thermal quite easily.
Not really, no.
Interesting. Sniper is male, female, androgynous?
They all seem to be of the male variety.
Any other distinguishing marks? Tactical information?
Tactically,
The detective notes every single thing about them and memorizes it.
tactically, there's not too much to note. If you're to notice someone again later, the sniper is a tall, leanish.
So if it seats 4 and there's only 3, do I think I'm missing one, or?
Roll detective.
I will gladly roll detective. It is one of Pryo's favorite stats to roll. Critical success.
You don't see any thermal residue from a butt on the seat, so
No,
yes, that there's 3.
no fart marks? Okay, good.
Well, that's not where I was headed, but
We're being merry. Okay. All right. So I think we got... Pryo's on his knee, kind of checking this, and when Danus finally huffing and puffing catches up to him... Pryo relays all this. Says we have one sniper, tall, lean, green skin, one SMG carrier, runs a little hot. The driver doesn't seem to carry anything. What's my best guess as to what the driver's tactical capability is going to be? Do I see him casting spells? Do I see...
Nope. He seems to be quite adept at driving the speeder.
Don't think their driver's armed. Find it hard to believe he wouldn't be.
All right. Game plan. What do you feel?
Keep following him.
Yeah?
Okay, Pryo starts jogging.
Sure. Oh, okay. Then I'll start jogging behind him. Because what I'm thinking is that sniper's a hell of a shot. So we've got to get a lot closer. Hey! We got to get then I'll stop because I don't want to start screaming too loud.
Okay. +1 for realizing that. Okay. Are you going full tilt, Pryo, or are you... going with some stealth?
Because I realized Danus needs to work on his cardio, which is not fair compared to the superhuman Pryo. Okay, so he Pryo will do some extra scouting. He'll look around these these pillars of rock you talked about. He'll make sure there's no monsters waiting to jump out from there, and he's going to check out these holes a little bit as Danus makes his way up. Although Pryo didn't answer, Danus is correct. Pryo thinks we're going to have to get within three-quarters of a kilometer to even allow Danus a shot before their sniper can pop both of us.
So you're just going to fill your time while you wait for me.
Yep. There aren't a speeder, so...
yeah.
Okay, you go slowly, you're checking around. You see more of the residue from whatever creature seems to live in these high-up caves.
Actually, sorry, I should have said this. I meant to say this earlier. Unless, I'm going to do that unless they're just sitting there and they're not driving their speeder, because I can cover 2 clicks really quickly. So if they're not going anywhere, Pryo is going to go full tilt. And he's not going to wait. He's going to make an attack. But I'm assuming they drive off before I can do that.
They seem to be driving around. They have looped once or twice. They don't seem concerned, or at least at this point aware that you're there. But they haven't stopped moving. There's been a few times you thought, oh, they're almost close enough, I'm gonna, and then they take off again.
Okay, so yeah, Pryo's like, oh, almost time, almost, okay, wait, almost time, almost, okay. All right, what's in this hole?
You're looking around in the holes. There's definitely some biomatter left behind, but you don't find any creatures. How far ahead or how high would you like Batty to go?
Just within a kilometer.
Okay.
It's not like I need to track their directions because there seems to be only one way they can go.
Actually, as you get further in, there are branches that go off. However, they do seem to loop back around. At first you think, oh, I have to choose left or right. And you choose and you go around and then realize it's just an enormous column that could have gone full circle around. Which you do find their speeder trails here and there. You see they've looped around a few times and gone off. They seem to be just screwing around.
With everything so quiet, it shouldn't be that hard for Batty to track them by getting some altitude. If it ever looks like they're going to swing around and I could set up an ambush, Pryo will do so immediately.
Okay. It's not quite as quiet as you would expect with that wind going through the coulees. It does carry, you hear the gunshots every so often echo through and the SMG fire. You also, that wind will pick up and it goes through that Swiss cheese nature of the rocks and makes a kind of a creepy whirling noise. So it dies off and on. Okay, you eventually start getting close enough because they seem to be have stopped for a moment. And Batty is attached to this top of one of the rocks because they've stayed stationary. And through his vision, you see the sniper looking around, looking up, and then seemingly to zoom in on Batty.
Batty! I command Batty to go invisible and to get some cover.
Okay, +1. Okay, he goes invisible and moves off the spot. You see the sniper still looking up. Turns over and he says,
"How far are they from me?"
They're about a click and a half.
I can cover that in 10 rounds. Less than a minute.
All right. Danus, you've actually caught up to him at this point.
Okay. Give me a second. No, it's a good burn. It's a good burn.
Get in position. He starts running.
Do I know where they are to even get in position at this point? No. All right. I'll do that wide stance where you're kind of like spreading yourself out with your legs so you don't wobble over and kind of and just give myself like a second and then go off to a side or something or follow him. I'm not sure if he's running straight toward them or
I'm running dead straight at them.
Okay.
All right, can get in position by running behind him.
Okie dokie. Hey, you hear the speeder as you're running quite close, Pryo, and you hear the speeder just around the corner. I will share a map with you.
Ooh, a map.
And Pryo, I'm going to put you here for a moment. Would you like to go? The speeder is just moving around kind of like this. Would you like to go straight to the left or around the
Dead
outside?
straight at them. A straight line towards that speeder, yep.
This way. No,
yep.
As you do that, the speeder does move off and you hear them saying something to you. You're pretty sure they're taunting you.
I phase.
Okay, just as you phase, some bullets randomly, they take pot shots off at you.
I'll now go through that rock.
Okie dokie.
Edit where I think the speeder is.
So you would like to go like this.
Yep.
The speeder is just driving around. They clearly think you're going to go this way. They seem to be headed this way. They turn, and suddenly they turn at a quite a steep 90-degree angle and start heading off to this right direction. And you hear them taunting you.
What? Okay, if it's apparent I'm not going to catch them, then I will save my strength.
Okay.
And unphase so I can hear what they're saying.
Okay.
And or unless Batty can hear them, because of course Batty has telescopic hearing. Are they? What kind of taunts are they throwing at me?
Come on, yeah, whatever, buddy. They're just being total. They don't have potty mouths apparently, but they're, hey, come here, come get us, and they're shooting at you. They seem to think you're just a random guy walking. They don't seem to even have noticed that you're someone that may have a reason for being upset with them. They're just randomly shooting at you, shooting here. They seem to be shooting quite a bit up as well, above you.
And that's at Batty?
No, actually, at where you came out of that rock, across and straight up.
I tell Batty to look at what that is.
Okay. Just as you think. Oh, and Danus, you've been running to catch up? Okay.
Danus might be able to take a pot shot. He's got a clear shot with a sniper rifle.
If they're zooming to the right, and I see him start going through a rock, I would move to the right, I guess. It looks like they're going that way. I'll line up something, but at this point, I'm worried about his like mental state of mind that he's just like running straight in. I think last episode I had a moment where he did something amazing, then he did something that I totally would have disagreed with, where he ran straight. Yeah, so I'm baffled at what he's going to do next.
Okay, he is a difficult charge, you figure. It's quite, and if nothing else makes you want to work on your cardio more. Okay, then you've ran to the right, so you have a straight sight of the speeder. So all of this is going to happen at the same time. You've come around, you see the speeder ahead of you, and you get ready. You've switched to the sniper at this point?
Yeah, how far are they? Is it worth me shooting?
Yep, right now you're at about 400 meters, 300. They're moving, so it depends just as you come through.
Oh.
Pryo.
Perfect.
You can take a nice shot. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. You think, are they shooting at Batty? And then you realize they're shooting up. Yeah, come get us, loser! And you may roll surprise with detective.
Whoa, okay. Critical success?
Fabulous. You look up. You had been noticing these holes above you, so you're not surprised as you see two clawed giant hands come out, and a face looks down over at you. Danus, you can see this slightly to your left as well. I will share the screen back to the map.
Whoa! There's monsters.
Beast.
Beast.
That's weird. It's coming down from above at you. It's above here. You hear this is all happening in a split second. You hear the speeder guys taunting and laughing. Danus, you've actually moved up to here at this point. I'll put you closer to the wall. You probably wouldn't stand in the middle of the road.
Well, maybe, because I'm so far behind, I feel like. But okay.
Okay, hey, it's your character. You could be
Sure,
right here.
yeah, I'll probably just be out. As soon as I round the bend and can see him, I'd probably take a knee.
Okay, you round the bend and take a knee.
If you were further back, it would help my plan, actually.
You can't communicate with him unless you have telepathy.
Do I remember I have telepathy?
You have to
roll. Let's roll and find out.
This is gonna.
You are far too busy with that beast to remember you have telepathy. You think, if only there was a way I could tell him where to go.
Wait a minute, didn't I used to know how to talk in heads or something? I don't know. I don't get.
You have this memory hit you of people talking in your head and laughing and communicating, but there is a beast coming at you. Its clawed hands go over the clawed front feet come over the edge. It looks down at you. It has a strange canid sort of face, and when it opens its mouth, you see two sets of mandibles on either side of its mouth. It hits it, and there is a sticky white gross stuff kind of dripping out of its mouth as it looks down. It's got hair shagged all over the end and these lizard-like hands.
Ew! That is awesome and grody. Okay, Pryo goes, And he, with a 90, a critical, he phases again.
Okay.
And steps into the back wall.
Okie dokie. Okay, you step back in the wall.
I hope the beast follows.
It's coming down. Everyone can roll initiative.
I did. Mine's bad, but I get the plus 200 for my weapon, right?
Yep.
Yes.
318.
You both notice that the speeder is starting to take off as they laugh and make obscene gestures towards you. They take a couple of pot shots, but nothing particularly aimed that will hit. Danus, would you like to shoot the speeder as it takes off, or are you aiming at the beast?
Not the speeder.
Okay.
I want the driver.
Oh, okay. Specifically the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they are speeding away quickly, but
Yes.
you can shoot them. And Mr. Rexx, what are you doing?
I'm going to try and make a trap. So I'm going to go dead back away from the beast and the speeder through the top part of that rock. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to make a direct beeline south towards Danus. And I'm going to hope the speeder is going to turn around and come after Danus. And then I'm going to spring out of the rock and attack the speeder. Or the beast, whatever comes through.
I'm surprised. Do you know which way I went?
GM, do I know which way he went? I know he's back there somewhere.
Yeah.
You've got your bat, so maybe.
Yeah.
I do have a
Batty
UAV.
can see where things are going. When you phase, of course, without Batty, it does break the communication off and on.
Yes.
But you did see before you phased and moved that's why you were thinking, if he went this way, it would be better. And you did see him moving just right before you phased, so you can deduce where he's gone.
Indeed. Okay, then I go straight back left. and then I will head straight south, so 90 degrees. And I will kind of wait in the rock face just to the left of Danus.
Yeah, I'm moving you. You're going to go back this way?
To, not that far.
Right here?
Yep.
And then out.
Yep. But half, like, just my face, just my eyes, just a little bit out of the rock, just so I can watch.
Just the tail of your Y. Okay. All right, Danus, then you may take your shot at the speeder.
It is... Oh, I'm sorry.
It's moving. And it is moving away. You feel the vibrations of a huge beast coming down.
Also, part of the driver is probably covered, 50%.
Yeah.
So, probably has at least a minus 50 to the shot.
Okay, good news then.
Yeah.
I have to roll under a 150, and I got a 57. Close.
Yep, you just do it.
Yes.
Yep. Your bullet rings out. Do you want to be silenced? Or do you want the noise?
This one I would have went silence for.
Okay.
Just because I know their sniper can tap me from very far away.
Yeah. Okay, there's just a noise, and you see the speeder pilot tremor, shake. You see him go, and then there's a slumping, and they're all yelling. The speeder spins twice. The guy beside jumps over and starts grabbing it. He drops his dice. He quickly pulls it over. They're not able to go straight or well pilot, but they are seemingly to get over. The sniper was standing up in the back, taunting Pryo and seemingly getting ready to shoot something. However, he turns just in time and grabs onto the back of the seat, and the guy who had the SMG has shoved the corpse over a bit and seems to be piloting the speeder. It's taking off now down the coulee far away from you.
Perfect. With my second shot, are they still... how far have they gotten?
500 meters at this speed. They're going quite quickly now.
Wow.
Oh, geez. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something that changes everything. So I don't want to shoot a person anymore inside of a vehicle. I want to shoot the vehicle. I would like to aim for a tire. I don't know what that means, or...
This means that the speeders actually don't have tires. They're like a hovercraft thing.
My apologies. I meant either the gas or the engine. Sorry.
You think there's tires there for a second? No, there's not.
No, sorry.
No worries. So you're looking for something vital you would like to hit, basically, to interrupt their ability.
Probably fuel tank. If it's reachable on the back end. I'm not sure the make of this.
Yeah. Sadly, there's nothing from behind.
Okay.
You're searching with the scope. You're looking for something, but there's nothing there that you obviously know will allow you to take the speeder out. Sadly, this is powered by some kind of energy that you're not familiar with. There's no gas necessarily, or something.
I'd say take a pot shot at the sniper. You need a 1 to 5 to do it, and we can roll up.
Do I see what you label as beast?
You hear it. It hasn't come around
It hasn't come around?
Not yet.
Then I would take my one lucky shot. What is this? Okay, we're gonna roll it on screen. I don't know if you can see this up here.
Well, it's a 1 to 5. It's a natural critical. That
is a big old failure. That is an 82.
Okay, you search as it's going away quicker and quicker. You're searching for something to shoot, and you realize there's nothing. So why not a sniper? You let another bullet go, just hits out, but it goes off far to the side. Just as you see the strange beastly head come around the side of the rock, it seems to have jumped across and is moving around. The one that you're phased inside right now, Pryo. And it has that mouth I described, kind of canid with a snarling face and these 2 big mandibles. And as it opens, you see this dripping kind of web sort of stuff.
Okay, so it's
now next round.
I noticed the the bandits getting away and this monster coming forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I step out of the rock and unphase.
Okay, beside Danus?
Yeah, close enough to him.
Okay.
And for initiative, I get 483.
Alrighty. The beastie does not get that. Danus, what would you like to do?
Oh, I didn't know if I should roll. Oh.
Yeah, initiative. We're in the next round.
Okay. Then I got a 96. Mine's actually really high. So if I get that bonus 200, then I'm 412.
You do have your weapon at the ready. You were just pointing slightly to the right a moment ago as that big head comes around. And now you see it seems to have multiple legs and a longer body. As it coils, the body actually coils up. And you can see it up over the top of the rock. It has at least 6 sets of legs.
It looks monstrous and terrible. Prio's not even looking at it. He's marching right towards Danus.
What? Okay.
For a brief second, Danus, you see this weird murderous look on Prio's face, and you think for a moment, should I swing this weapon at this guy? As he reaches out, I'm assuming?
With empathy, yes.
Oh, okay.
Is the beast within 100 meters?
Oh, yes.
How far is it?
It's coming up quickly. It's probably right at the 100 meters now.
Okay.
But it is coiling and moving. Its body undulates. Think almost serpenty as it comes around, covered in fur.
Okay. I just think stupid thing. Just explode your mind is what I think. And with a 70, I get a critical on empathy.
Okay.
Equal mental resistance to resist.
So you are attempting to use empathy on the beast.
Yep.
Ah, okay. And what was your initiative? Did you beat Danus?
I got 483.
Okay.
No, sorry, 481.
You both beat the beast. So you're attempting to explode your brain. That's what you're thinking?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Okay. You feel suddenly you can summon the power of your mind to hurt something. This idea comes in your some weird memory, and within the mindscape, Pryo, you go after the large mind you can find of the beast that looks exactly as it does in real life. You swoop around and you come in, you think, explode your mind! And the beast looks up, it squeals at you, and your phoenix is rebuffed off of its mind.
Is it now?
Yes, it is.
All right, well, I have 5 more attacks plus a frenzy.
Okay.
Critical.
Still with empathy, correct?
Critical.
Okay.
You just let me know if his MR halved each attack responds to 5 crits.
Okay, the phoenix attacks. Whoops. The phoenix attacks once more. The beast is reeling around in the mindscape. Its claws dart out at the phoenix. In the actual non-mindscape world, you actually see it still attacking out in front. And then 2 more attacks, and then when you hit it the next time, your phoenix blasts right through its mind. The beastly, very savage yet base brain starts to glow really hot in your mind, and you seeing little explosions all in his brain as its eyes start to flash. In front of you, the beast starts to tremble as it rushes towards you, and rocks start falling over. You both can roll agility to avoid the physical, in the real world, onslaught as the beast starts tumbling down towards you. What damage did you do for empathy?
How many times did I hit?
You got through on the 3rd attack.
It took 372 mental points.
Okay. Both roll agility to avoid the rocks.
Did that explode his brain?
It does not look super healthy.
Success.
Perfect. Okay. I assume you made your agility there, Pryo?
Can I make a force field over us?
Of course you could.
8 critical.
Okay, Danus.
I haven't even turned to look. A force field goes over.
Danus, you go to roll and you hit the force field as you have your gun out. Communication is not one of his strong suits.
I'm so confused at what is going on. At this, in the last minute, I've seen him do 3 different things and that have just... Anyway.
Speaking of minds being blown, both Danus, not literally, and the creatures, quite literally, minds are blown. You see the beast's eyes kind of go a bit dead, and it falls and tumbles down in front of you. You see some of that webby stuff coming out of 2 ear holes out the side, out of its mouth, even out of its eyes as it lays in front of you.
Is it lying partly on the force field?
No, it avoided. It was mostly just rocks that hit the force field and came down.
Oh, okay.
It's laying across the coulee now.
Okay. Pryo waves his hand, the force field disappears.
Okay.
He doesn't even turn and look at the monster. He didn't even turn once to look at the monster. And he goes, "Why did you shoot the shooter?"
Okay. +1 for character, being devoted to your character. +3 for successful combat to both of you.
I'm on the ground. I've rolled into a force field. And he's saying, "Why didn't you shoot the shooter?" Is that correct?
Just as he says that, the force field has disappeared, and you right yourself.
Yes, that's exactly
so. I think the response he's going to get is, let me see if because I'm looking up at him. It'll be something like a what like as the words come to me, it'll probably be something like, "I thought if we could stop them from getting away, we would have all the time throughout this, as long as you want to play with this guy."
Okay,
but apparently they are able to drive very quickly and react faster than I thought. I'll take that one. Yeah.
Okay, Pryo stands over him.
Yeah. As I'm just like, that's me. That's my bad.
Okay, Pryo just turns and walks away.
Oh. Is he jogging or is he walking?
He's walking. He's walking over towards the beast to make sure it's dead.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was going to be a jog. It's like, oh, are you kidding me?
More running.
Yeah.
Can you walk over to the beast? You see that it's quite dead. You think how strange it was to attack something with your mind, yet familiar. It's odd, this memory loss experience.
All he did was throw all his rage at it through his emotions.
You feel a searing...
He's a little pent up.
you feel the searing burn of anger in your own mind, as if it's almost done damage to yourself.
Pryo cuts the head off the beast with his electrical shield.
All right. You slice through it. Does the lightning go off?
It does not.
Okay. You slice through it. It hits the sinew and the bone. There's this gooiness comes out, spills around you. It's quite large. At its full extended, if you were to unravel the coils, it's about 15 to 18 feet long. Standing in amongst some brain fluid and spinal goo.
Okay. He shakes the shield off.
Danus, it seems your companion is decapitating the monster.
Yeah, I'm just watching because I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm just surprised. I don't. Like,
Can you just lean back against the wall? Given some good distance between you and him.
Nothing's out of the ordinary. So I'm just,
nothing strange in Gaia.
I'm wondering what I've got myself into. Probably. I was excited for salads and some cookies, and we are no longer going to go get any sort of new food and hospitality. This is now turning into boot camp all over again or something.
There's a bittersweet memory. It travels through your mind of how annoyed you were with the prioress when she was talking about her prior cookies and how nice they would taste right now, rather than the terrible smell coming from the monster that has just been rent in front of you.
Yeah.
Pryo turns and says, "Let's go."